Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Aries for December of 2012. I'm nearly in 2013. And this also applies if you have an Aries ascendant. Gosh, so my dear Aries, hasn't this year suddenly just flown past? We've still got Uranus in your sign, and I do know that many of you Aries are feeling the bumps in the road. No sooner do you feel as though you've got one part of your life semi in order and another part has a great deal of change. I think the best thing I can say to you, Aries, about this Uranus in your sign is try not to get too fixed or too comfortable with the status quo, because likelihood is your life's going to get turned upside down. Things are going to change unexpectedly, and I'm sure you've already been experiencing that. But I think that this is going to continue for you. So the more that you can go with the flow, the more that you allow things to happen rather than push things to happen, the easier it's going to be for you to handle this, and also the more exciting your life can be. Because what Uranus does is it doesn't allow you to stay in a rut. It forces you out of your comfort zone. So if you've suddenly got comfortable maybe in a relationship or in your work situation, Uranus is going to push you out of that comfort zone to new experiences so that you learn more, that you evolve more, and you're able to become more of who you are and happier as the individual that you are in your life. Because Aries, you are an individual. You try not to go along with the crowd. You want to stand out. And that's what this Uranus in your sign is going to help you to do. For this month, for the first couple of weeks, we've got Venus in your 8th house. And it's there with Saturn and Mercury as well. So what this means is there certainly could be some opportunities coming to you financially in the way of a grant, a sponsorship, somebody investing in you. You need to be careful though if money does come from outside as to whether there are any strings attached and whether you really maybe have to make some compromises that you don't want to make. So just be careful about what you get into as far as investing money is concerned, or somebody investing in you, or joint finances. Just make sure you're not going to be controlled, or you're not going to be in a situation where you feel too restricted. This could also apply to a loan at the bank, could apply to an insurance policy, could apply to a tax situation. All these things could apply for the first couple of weeks of this month, and also possibility of a very intense love relationship, some very intense physical encounter with somebody that's really strong, that brings up a lot of emotions. And then for the last couple of weeks of the month, Venus moves into your 9th house, the sun already being there. So this is a wonderful time to plan some travel, to go on a trip. Also a good time to meet somebody from another culture, whether you do that online or whether you do that in person. It's also a good time for studying something new. It's also a good time for problem solving. If you've got a problem that you need to solve, it's making a wonderful aspect to Uranus in your 1st house. So it's going to be very stimulating. Your mind is going to be stimulated. You're going to come up with new ideas. And it's going to be good to collaborate with others to come up with new answers to problems that might have been bugging you for quite some time. Try not to overextend yourself. The sun is opposite Jupiter. So make sure if you make any promises, make sure you know you can keep them. We've got a lot going in your 10th house of career this month, Aries. So a lot of potential for success, particularly with Mars there. You need to work autonomously if you can. You're not going to get along terribly well with everybody around you, especially if they're going to be controlling. Pluto's in that 10th house, so there could be some controlling influence. There could be some conflict with authority. So the best thing you can do, Aries, is somehow sidestep it. Don't go head on with somebody with whom you disagree. At least wait until next month before you really voice your concerns, because it could well blow up in your face and you might not want that. Towards the end of the month, from the 25th onwards, we've got Mars going into your 11th house. Great time to pursue friendships, your social circle, your dreams, your wishes, what it is you really want, excuse me, and to really go for it. So I think it's going to be an exciting month for you. I think that as long as you're able to go with the flow, I think there's going to be some interesting learning experiences, some very nice people around you with Jupiter in your 3rd house, and also the opportunity to learn maybe some new skills, maybe even go on a course or a retreat or plan for that in the new year. So there you have it, my dear Aries. Maybe you'd like to have a forecast about what 2013 holds for you. And of course, I'd be delighted to hear from you, whether you want to ask me a question or whether you want to come for a reading. Whatever it is, I'm always delighted to hear from you. Thank you for listening, and I wish you a very happy, healthy holidays. Bye for now.